So you've done the force board lab, you've drawn your vectors to scale, tail to tail, you found all of the measurements, and you added up the vectors and found the resultant mathematically. Now you have to find the resultant graphically. That means doing the same thing we did in the orienteering lab. That means placing these vectors tip to tail. We have a scale here, so everything is drawn to scale. In order to draw the vectors tip to tail, we need to put a coordinate system out on the tip of the first vector. Then we can measure the angles, just like we did in the orienteering lab, and place one vector after the other. That's tip to tail. Now we get to the tip of this vector, another coordinate system, and we can bring the third vector to the tip of the second. So we've done 1, 2, 3 vectors. Where does the resultant go? From start to finish. And here's the resultant. From start to finish, if you measure the length of this vector, compare it to the scale, and use a protractor to measure an angle, you get an answer that's extremely close to the mathematical, because I drew it out on Microsoft Word, so it's pretty darn close. I expect when you do this on paper with a ruler and a protractor, you're probably going to have more error. And so both of these values get put into the spreadsheet. Notice that the graphical doesn't have as many significant figures as the mathematical, because these were just measured. I can't get 0.1 degrees on my protractor.